Give me the next one, Shelton. Give me Shelton. Full episode on Shelton. We're not done yet. We're not done.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Danielle Shelton and Avantes Martin. The two of you have been together for 4 years. You have been married for 2. You have 5 children total from previous relationships. Miss Shelton, I'm going to start with you. You've been married for a while. Things are a little rocky. Why don't you tell me what's wrong and why you've come to divorce court today?
Your Honor, I'm here because I met this wonderful young man at a grocery store. He followed me to my car.
Like a puppy.
He stated that it wasn't good for a man to put her groceries up. We hit it off. It was lovely. During the course of the relationship, I realized with his age, he wasn't driving. And I found out that he could not drive. And
He didn't have a license or he just didn't know how, or both?
Both. And so that has put a toll on our relationship. I'm doing all the driving in the family because it's only one car.
Right.
And in one instance, I got home with the children. We were tired. I was trying to get dinner started. He was at work. I thought everything was good with him. He called me and said that he didn't have bus fare and that I had to come pick him up. I had to travel about 30 minutes to go pick him up, come back home, and complete what we had already started at home. And so this is often that this happens.
Other than that, what's going on?
Well, he can't keep a job.
Well, that's a big one.
Yes, we've been together 4 years, and out of the 4 years, he's had about 9 jobs, and out of those 9 jobs, he's held each one not more than a month.
Now, Mr. Martin, I'm fairly sure that she's accurate about the driver's license, correct? You don't have one and you don't drive. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. Now, she has taught me how to drive, but at one point she told me that it's not my place to teach a man how to drive. And I felt like
And it's not my place
Stop
to
it.
keep him.
Stop.
So,
He's
I mean,
talking.
I felt like when she said that, that's kind of like being a little selfish because in a marriage, it's a 50-50 thing. You know,
Your Honor,
driving.
I tried to teach him how to drive.
She taught me
Several
4
times. We've got behind
She
the
taught
car.
me
I
4
would
times.
ask him, do you want to just
She-
go around the back or go to an open parking lot and maybe
She-
drive?
she-
Stop.
Sometimes he would do it, but then sometimes he would give up in the course of doing it.
Did you tell him that it wasn't your place to teach him how to drive?
I absolutely did tell him
Why
that.
do you feel that way?
Well, because I'm not his mama.
But you try to.
Wait, stop.
hang on.
She said, I'm not your mama. Why I got to teach you how to? You're a grown-ass man. Go ahead.
Well, hang on. People come to the marriage with different abilities and different disabilities, and you're supposed to merge, and where he's weak, shore him up. Where you weak, he's
And again,
you
that's
up.
what I tried to do. But at the same time, when I tried, he would give up in the course of me trying. And then it's not just that. I just feel like I'm being the bigger adult in the relationship with everything, like a mom role.
Right.
That's
Talk
not true.
about the 9 jobs in 4 years. Is that accurate?
It's
I've never had 9 jobs. I may have had maybe 5 jobs. Or
More
6
than 9?
Jobs.
Okay.
So I mean that's
How
a little.
long
That's
did you keep one? What's the longest you've ever kept a job?
a year.
29 days.
A year. A year.
What job did
That's
you
an
keep a year?
exaggeration.
What job did you keep for a year?
I
Since when?
had a landscaping job I had before I even met her.
Well, yeah,
Other than-
exactly.
She helped me
I ain't
get
never seen
that
him
job.
keep no job more than
but
30
she-
days.
So I mean, and then she.
Don't matter before
hang
you
on,
met me.
hey. What appears to be, I want to, you two are not young, 43 and 42, right? How come you have difficulty maintaining employment?
Good
It
question.
can be a lot of reasons. I don't like the way people talk to me on the job, especially supervisors. I mean, supervisors can be a little anal at times. You know, sometimes I don't like to take orders, and especially in an undertone.
But
I don't
Judge,
care
this
who
is
you
what
are.
I try to tell him. We go over
Hold on,
this
hold on.
time and time
Hey.
Okay.
Ain't nobody in charge in here but me.
Okay.
Don't get it twisted, don't get it confused. You may be loud and in charge at your house, but here, this is my spot.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. You mean to tell me you can't keep a job because you don't like the way people talk to you?
I'm not gonna let nobody talk to me any kind of way because I feel like as a man, it's a certain way you talk to people. But I do understand at some point, even on the job, you gotta bend a little to take a little bit if you want to move up in the work field. But I feel like sometimes authority, especially when people get high authority, they take it to their head and they don't know how to talk to you. I had people to tell me
Do
the
you
shit
think that could be your problem because that there are hundreds
Yeah.
of millions? Stop it. One of your problems is you don't know when to be quiet.
Exactly.
And part of the problem is when you're working for somebody, you got to know when not to talk. And you apparently don't know when not to talk. That's one thing. The second thing, there are hundreds of millions of fully grown, strong, able men who have jobs, who have bosses and supervisors, and they're grown enough to know that it doesn't diminish them to take orders. It appears to diminish you to take orders.
That was then. I know better now.
It's now.
Do you have a job now?
I got a job doing a little handiwork that I do for this guy. And I
Wait,
go
go
to the
back.
daily-
Y'all missed the thing. Hey, and y'all got to check the body language. Notice how he talk. He's to the side. Come on, man. You got to notice the body language on this dude. Hey, but some of you brothers got ratchet qualities just like this guy. You don't like to take orders. Watch. Go ahead.
Second thing, there are hundreds of millions of fully grown, strong, able men who have jobs, who have bosses and supervisors, and they're grown enough to know that it doesn't diminish them to take orders. It appears to
take
diminish
orders.
you to take orders.
That was then.
That was
I know
it. Look at
better
it.
It's now.
Do you have a job now?
I got a job doing a little handiwork that I do for this guy. And I go to the day labor place and I work for this guy named Blake.
Nothing permanent. Nothing stable.
Wow.
I realize now.
You do
that I
odd
work.
jobs, is what you're saying.
You have a job,
You do
and I
odd
learned
jobs.
and I also learned you got to shut up and do what they tell you to do because they in charge and it's not their business.
Wait,
but that
stop,
was then.
stop. He learned it now as he gets on divorce court. I learned it now. Now I understand. See, people like this, like you said, they cannot join IUIC. They don't like orders. They go back a little bit. Go back a little bit. Go ahead.
Nothing permanent. Nothing stable.
I realize now.
You do
that I
odd
work.
jobs, is what you're saying.
You have a job,
You
and
do
I
odd
learned,
jobs.
and I also learned you got to shut up and do what they tell you to do because they in charge and it's not their business. But that was then I had that.
Yeah, you still have a little of that. Trust me.
I
I'm
do.
talking to you right now. You still got a little. You
And
still
I'm
got
not
a lot
gonna deny
of
it.
that.
I'm not going to deny it, but I'm not going to bend over backwards and let nobody disrespect me. However, if I feel like they're going to do it, I'm going to pull them to the side and tell them, look, man, you know, it's just the way you got to, you know what I'm saying? It's the way you
I'm
gotta talk.
exhausted
This is
already.
exactly
I'm exhausted
how do you think I
already.
feel? I'm exhausted in 4 years.
I hear what you're saying. It's wrong, but I hear what you're
Stop
saying.
right there. So, this brother had, they said 9 jobs, but then he said, was it 9? It was what? 5. It's to say, listen, you can't keep a job. He quits a job because he says he don't like the way people talk to him. When you get a job, brothers, you're going to have good bosses or bad bosses. Good supervisors or bad supervisors. You got to do what you got to do to what? Feed your family. Take care of your family. What you
Not
gonna say?
even that, Bishop. Sometimes you got dudes do some dumb stuff where you got to curse them out. You know, the supervisor or the boss, you do something dumb on the job, he will curse you out. That could get other people hurt or anything. He might be like, yo, what the hell you doing? You stupid or something? You know, so if a supervisor talk to you like that,
And they do. A lot of them, some of them do
you
talk to
got to
you like
take
that.
it. You do some dumb stuff and he talk to you like that, you got to take it, man.
Or become an entrepreneur. Become your own boss. You have the option. Okay?
Yes, some brother don't know how to swallow their pride. You're in a job place, man. You have to understand that, first of all, that guy is over you. You understand? He's going to talk to you, but you have to learn how to have that mindset. They say, hey, I'm here to pay my bill. That's it. Anything else doesn't matter.
Hey.
You understand? When you have the mindset, you're going to go in life, man. Then you're going to find something better. But you cannot have the mindset, every boss talk to you. You know what I mean? I don't like being disrespect. The whole work field is being disrespect. You know, some of us being disrespect. You understand? So that brother right here, don't have him with IUIC. Obviously, he cannot be a member.
Hey, that's the same, that spirit right there is the same type of spirit that come up in here and talking about, you offended me. The way you talk to me, you offended me how you talk to me. Why you got to talk to me like that? You know, you could have pulled me to the side and say you know, that brother disrespected me. You know, I ain't coming to IUIC no more. You know, these brothers disrespect me, you know, or they, you know, that's the same brothers and them that be talking that smack. Because I be hearing a lot of you brothers be murmuring and talking that smack. You understand?
And a lot of brothers who talk like that, like this brother said, she said to him, you don't like order, You don't like being told what to do. Generally, those are men who are raised in a single-parent household. They never had no real discipline. Then they come in here with the same feminine mentality, like that brother we just witnessed. Don't tell him what to do. Okay, I'm my own person. They're the ones who cannot keep a job, and they cannot function well in society. Give me 2 Ezra 14 and 13. Order begins at home. Or I'm gonna say it again. Order begins at home. A family structure. Now, I know a lot of us may not have come from a family structure because we have dysfunctional households. But in a better world, order begins at home. Read that.
2 Ezra chapter 14, verse 13. Now therefore set thine house in order.
See that? You men that get married, set your house in order. Operative word we want now is order. That's the word that the judge told us, young man. He does not like order. He does not like being told what to do. Read it again.
Now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people.
Once you get your house in order, now you're a better vessel to do what? Reprove the people, meaning correct, teach the people. Go ahead.
Comfort such of them as be in trouble.
All of our people are in trouble. A lot of our people are dysfunctional homes, poverty-stricken, incarcerated, in and out of prison. They need to be comforted. That comes once you get your house in order. Read that again.
Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. Let go.
What verse you at?
That was verse 13.
Read down to 14.
Now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people. Comfort such as them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption.
And now renounce corruption, meaning sin. Go ahead.
Let go from thee mortal thoughts.
We gotta let go from us mortal thoughts that are heavy to man. Go ahead.
Cast away the burdens of man.
Cast away the burdens of man. Watch this.
Put off now the weak nature.
That weak nature is that nature, I hate order. Don't tell me what to do. I can't keep a job as a result. My family's falling apart as a result. Why? Because I hate order. And if I hate order, my family's out of order. You know damn well the whole nation is out of order. And I'm just added to the problem.
Right, that's them Israelites that want to do their own thing too also, Bishop.
Yes.
You know, a lot of these brothers that say, you know, I'm keeping to myself, I'm doing my own thing. I don't congregate with nobody. You know what I mean? That's the same brothers. They hate order.
Hey, you know what's crazy, Bishop? Even the white man has more sense than a dumb, disorganized Negro. And I'm going to show you why. Who have ever been in the white man's military? Show of hands. When you come there and you go for your first day into stand-up, the hand that went up. Go ahead back there. You. What's the first thing they did to you when you got there? When you arrived for your first day of being in the military, what they did to you? How? What do they do? Take the mic. This is for you sissies that can't stand the roughness here. What they do?
They yell at you. They get in your face, spit at you, like yelling in your face, literally.
Telling you what? What orders are they giving you?
Get over here, go over there, sit down, stand up, sit
Stand
down,
here,
down, go
stand
eat.
in order, stand in formation. Now, what else do they do to you physically? What do they expect from you physically?
To look the same.
They want you to look the same. They want you to shave. They make you cut your hair. They line you up. They inspect you. They inspect your uniform. They make sure your boots are shine. They make sure your shirt is tucked in. They make sure your ass all standing neat. You know why? Because if you can't pass boot camp, you cannot go to war. You're a sissy, weak, like the men that we see that come in here. That as soon as you tell them something like Malachi says, they fall apart. And a white man knows that, so he tests you from the minute you come through the door. And the minute he sees that you're a reject, you cannot go to war with them. They'll tell you, go wash clothes somewhere. Go peel potatoes. Go do menial tasks, because you're going to get the real soldiers killed. Okay? And it's the same thing in here. Your spirit gets tested from you come through the door, and then we realize you are not fit for war. You're weak and emotional because your mama kissed your ass when you was little. And another thing the bishop said, it's not only single-parent households, it's that household where the father's weak. Anytime the father tries to instill some manhood in you, the mother goes, no, leave him alone. Let him do it later. Okay, the mother, you telling your son what to do, and your wife with your man spirit comes in, and she keeps blocking everything. So you give him the sense of life, and that's the way it's gonna be always. A job and relationships, everything. I'm gonna get this woman. She gonna pick up my drawers, cause my mama picked up my drawers. She gonna bring in the money, cause my mama gave me the money. When I go to work, I'm not gonna let them scream at me, cause my mama said, "Don't let nobody scream at me, you little sissy."
Mama said, there was a movie called Saving Private Ryan. You remember that movie? There's a scene with a sissy boy in there. Remember they were in the tower. It was two of them, two American soldiers fighting one German dude.
One German.
And the German dude had the knife on the American dude,
Right
pushing
on
the
top
knife
of
in him. And the sissy boy he sees it. He got a
Just
gun.
standing there scared.
He was scared to shoot. And his friend got put to
Yes,
death.
took the knife and pushed it slowly into his chest. And it was so graphic. When you watch it, they watch the life just leave his body while the sissy is right there next to him. Okay? That's how some brothers are that come up in here.
Yes.
You're very emotional and you're very weak. And the reason why is because you don't have no discipline.
Exactly. And they will get you killed. They will get you killed. 1 Timothy 5, 1 and 2. So now that we're talking about order in the house, order trickles down to the congregation. Because if your house is in order, your house is in order, my house is in order, we come together, guess what? The congregation will be in order. Our congregation joins with another congregation. Guess what? The nation is in order. Because all us individuals, our families, are in order. So together, we will all be in order. Our nation will be in order. Read that.
1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 1. Rebuke not an elder, but entreat him as a father.
That's why I said order begins at home. And from home, you come to the congregation. The elder is to be seen as your father. It says, rebuke him not. Go ahead.
And the younger men as brethren.
The younger men in the body, you must see them as your brothers. Go ahead.
The elder woman as mothers.
And the older women that's in this congregation, it says, view them as your mothers. This is Christ speaking through Paul. So don't think Paul's just making stuff up. Christ is speaking through him. Go ahead.
The younger as sisters with all purity.
And the young women, you look at them as sisters. So order in the home brings the order to the congregation. You cannot separate the two. Oh, you got the link? Let's go ahead. Let's look at the clip that Deacon Asaph brought up about Saving Private Ryan. Or I brought that up, whatever. Let's look at this. I want y'all to see how graphic this is. Okay. This is during World War II, if I'm not mistaken. It's the Americans versus the Germans during the reign of Adolf Hitler, Adolf Schutzenbübel. So this is Saving Private Ryan. Y'all can see the whole movie on your own. But this is the scene. Look at that.
Look at that big knife.
Now here comes the other American soldier. Man, look at him. Horrified.
Look at him. Look at him.
He got a gun with all those bullets. Wow. Look at this.
Look. Look.
Gib auf! Du hast keine Chance. Lass es uns beenden. Stop! Listen to me! Listen to me! Stop! Es ist einfacher für dich. Viel einfacher. Du wirst sehen, es ist
Y'all see that? The knife slowly going in him. Slowly going in. Slowly. Look at the life just leaving him. He's sweating on him. Just dead. Look at that. Y'all see this? Y'all see this? Wow.
Oh, that sissy is on the steps.
Shot in the butt. Now watch. Look at him.
Look at him. Look at him. That his mama was picking up his drawers and wouldn't let nobody scream at him.
Watch what the German dude does when he walks by. Look at him.
Look at him.
Oh, God. He got a big gun with 1,000 bullets.
He was too pathetic to kill. He's already dead from fear. Look at him, you little sissy.
He didn't even bother to waste time killing him.
Yes, he wasn't even worth it.
See that brother, that Edomite right there? He didn't like order.
Exactly.
He was raised by a mama or a weak daddy.
And you see that look right there on his face? You can see it in other men's face when they come
Yes.
through this door.
Exactly.
They're not worth fighting for their nation. They're weak and undisciplined and no good. Okay?
100% correct.
That's why I tell you the scripture, Bishop, where it says, if you be without chastisement, then you're bastards and not sons. The Most High said when you come through here, he's going to chastise you. He's going to rough you up to see if you built for this, if you're built for leading a nation. The time now to prove that you're a leader, that you're a king, that you are somebody is now.
Exactly.
Not arguing here and bickering with men that are at war with you.
Exactly.
Okay, go watch online.
Exactly. Give me 2 Kings 23, verse 4. 2 Kings 23, verse 4. So when men hate order, they don't like being told what to do. Okay? Those are your sissy boys. I was raised by my mama and a weak daddy. Don't tell me what to do. My mama said, don't tell me what to do. Read that.
2 Kings chapter 23, verse 4. And the king commanded Hilkiah, the high priest, and the priests of the second order, and the keepers of the door to bring forth out of the temple of the Lord all the vessels that were made for Baal, and for the grove, and for all the hosts of heaven. And he burned them without Jerusalem in the fields of Kidron, and carried the ashes of them unto Bethel.
Now you might have missed it, but we just reading. The priesthood had orders. You had a first order, a second order, a third order, a fourth order of priesthood. They called the priests of the second order to draw out the images and things of Baal. Our nation was always in order. So for you to walk through these doors and say, I hate order, you might as well go home and watch Sesame Street, brother. Go home and watch The Wire. Go home and do that. Give me 1 Chronicles 6:32. And you know what? Nobody ever says with their mouth, I hate order, but they will say, I don't like being told what to do. Don't tell me what to do. Who do you think you are? That's how you know they hate order. 1 Chronicles 6:32.
1 Chronicles chapter 6, verse 32. And they ministered before the dwelling place of the tabernacle of the congregation with singing until Solomon had built the house of the Lord in Jerusalem. And then they waited on their office according to their order.
So Israel had to wait on their office according to their order. We didn't do things ramshackle, do whatever the hell you want. That was never amongst the Israelites. Never. Go to the Apocrypha and give me Esther chapter 7. And you find me the video, Yellow Makes Me Sad.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Does a former drill sergeant make a terrible therapist?
And that's why Yellow makes me sad, I think.
That's interesting. You know what makes me sad?
You do! Maybe we should chug on over to Mamby-Pamby land, where maybe we can find some self-confidence for you, you jackwagon!
Tissue? Cry, baby.
Geico.
That's how some of you brothers in IOIC get down. Meaning you Yellow makes me sad, always laying on the couch. Get off your mama's couch. Grow some, yeah, what's the word? Cojones? Yeah, I like that word. That's a nicer word. Give me Esther chapter 16 in the Apocrypha. I wrote 15 down in my haste, but it's chapter 16, and we want verse 15 and 16 for all you Yellow make me sad brothers.
Esther,
Purple makes me sad. Yeah, okay. Purple and gold makes me sad. Read that.
Esther chapter 16, verse 15. But we find that the Jews, whom this wicked wretch have delivered to utter destruction, are no evildoers.
So Esther was speaking. The Jews are no evildoers. Go ahead.
But live by most just laws.
But the Israelites live by most just laws. Go ahead.
And that they be children of the Most High.
The Israelites are children of the Most High. Read.
And most mighty living God.
Read.
Who have ordered the kingdom both unto us.
Stop! Esther's letting the king know the kingdom was ordered unto us. You see the word, the operative word we want? Ordered. Ordered. That we were based on law and order. Read that part again.
And they that be the children of the Most High and most mighty living God, who hath ordered the kingdom both unto us and to our progenitors
Forefathers.
in the most excellent manner.
Our kingdom was ordered in the most excellent manner. You could think of any nation on earth. Many might I always pop in my mind the Chinese, the way their kingdom was ordered. When you look at them kung fu movies and all that, our kingdom was well more ordered than theirs. Our kingdom was well. So for you to walk through these doors and say, I hate order, or don't tell me what to, you're in the wrong place, bruh. Why are you here? We're trying to get back what we lost. We're trying to leave those ratchet ways behind. And that's why we have ranking structure. Okay?
Hey, you got some brothers complaining, I don't like the color purple. Why I gotta wear purple shirt?
Purple makes me sad sometimes.
I gotta wear purple.
Sissy.
Psalms 50:21.
That's why purple makes me sad sometimes.
Psalms chapter 50, verse 21. These things hast thou done, and
Esau done much wickedness to our people. Go ahead.
these things hast thou done, and I kept silence.
God kept silence while he destroyed us, incarcerated us, enslaved us, colonialized us, renamed us. Go ahead.
Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself.
Right. They painted themselves as God and Christ and the angels. Go ahead.
But I will reprove thee,
But God will correct Esau.
and set them in order before thine eyes.
This is where we're living now. God said, I'm setting them in order before your eyes. The enemies of the Israelites, the enemies of our people are saying, look at the Israelites getting themselves in order. We got to stop them. Now you got men amongst us who hate order. You leave the truth, or you claim you didn't leave the truth. Let me correct that. You say you're still in the truth. I keep the commandments, but I ain't with you. I'm on my own. What scripture says do your own thing? I want the Bible verse. I've never read that in all these years. But you're on YouTube and Facebook. I do my own thing. I don't need to be with you. I do my own thing. Why? Because you hate order. You were raised by your mama. You hate structure. Give me that, Isaiah 9:7. But you say you're going to get the kingdom. Let's see what's going to be in the kingdom. And you got these ratchet women like, oh yeah, I agree. Isaiah 9:7.
Isaiah chapter 9, verse 7. Of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end upon the throne of
What
David.
y'all don't realize, God's going to establish his government. He's not setting up a church group. He's setting up a government. Go ahead.
Of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom to order it. And
To what it?
And to order it.
He's going to have his kingdom in order. So if you can't do it now on this side, you think you can be out of order on this side, and then when I get on the other side, I'm going to be in order. No, it's impossible. The scriptures say rehearse the righteous acts. Let us rehearse now. So that day when showtime it comes, when we got it right. Whenever he said we're going to obey, because why? We've been practicing. Like when you go rehearsal, for whether it's an acting gig or music, you must rehearse. Then when showtime is, you're doing it perfect. That's what this is now. Practice time right now, rehearsal time.
Like Bishop, like some of these, some of these brothers that disrespect the officer over them, right? You brothers that disrespect the men that's over you, you disrespect the officers, the brothers that the Lord set over you. You understand? And then you leave and because judgment was passed on you, and then you talking about, but you still in the truth. No, you're not in the truth. You understand? You brothers disrespect brothers amongst you, and you leave here and you go back in the world and you ain't get it right, or you go back talking about you keeping the commandments and you ain't get it right. You are not in the truth. It's the same way you disrespect brothers here. It's the same way on the other side you go and disrespect brothers. But guess what? When you try that on the other side, if you make it to the other side, your head going to be cut off.
Mm-hmm. That's right. He said, I'm going to weed out the rebels. Read it again.
For unto us, of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this.
With judgment and justice. Our lives in communities, we are brought up in such a wretched way that we've never learned true order. Some of y'all got mad when Lynn Toller, the judge, says you got some men big and strong and they pay bills and looked over at the white man. And that's why Deacon Asaph was asking how many of you were in the white man's military. The only time we learn structure and order outside of the Word of God is when we're with the white man. In black and Latino communities, it's chaotic. It's disorder. It's chaotic. Did I say that word already?
It's mouth. You want to run your mouth. You want to challenge everything. You want to ask why all the time. You want to know how come all the time. Okay? Because you have no respect. That's a form of hatred that you have for your people and for your nation. So you want to challenge everybody. You ever heard of saying too many chiefs and not enough Indians?
Yep.
Okay? That's what you be seeing here.
I'm going to give an example. In Detroit, y'all can Google it later on. It's called the Detroit 300. Black men said, we don't need the police to police ourselves. We could do it ourselves. So you had 300 black men organize themselves to try to do away with the crime. You know, they found black women that went and accused them of all manner of evil to dismantle. I don't know if it's dismantled fully, but and the police was in agreement with them. They said, whatever we got, we'll help you with as long as y'all can deal with these situations. Yep. The ratchet black women, there was a baby that was killed, that they killed. And these brothers said, we know the women that dealt with that. And they was interviewing them. They made all kind of random accusations to shut down the Detroit 300. That's what I'm saying. Our people hate order. We hate law. We hate order. The only time we get a glimpse of it is when the white man, he's the devil. Yeah, but you need that devil. You need that devil because without him being here, while the Lord's still up in heaven, before he comes, we kill each other. We fight, kill one another. You can see that on YouTube. And some of you ratchet ones in here, the ratchet men, ratchet women, we see the likes. Is it like what they got on YouTube?
Yes, they like it. They like it.
And what's the one on Facebook? What is it, a like button?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs
You're
up.
giving them thumbs
Saying
up.
you hear the chaotic speech. I don't got to be with no camp. I do my own thing. Like ratchet women, like ratchet brothers, like. Give me that in Job 10:22. Job 10:22. And I try not to toot the horn of IUIC so that we don't sound arrogant. However, what we go over in class, you don't hear from the other camps. You don't hear marriage classes from them. You don't hear brotherhood classes from them. You hear, if it's not of us, it's not of God. That's the foolishness you hear. Stupidity.
Multiple wives and how much women you can have sex with.
Exactly.
Okay? You weak if you don't want a whole lot of wives to have sex with and pay your bills and you don't have to work. You bums.
Exactly. They can't even get out of the country to teach nobody. But they got so much to say. And some of you like. I think if y'all like these things, y'all should just leave. Hey, we'll start all over again.
That's
like
right.
the song says, starting all over again. We'll do it. We'll start all over again. We ain't got a problem. Read that scripture.
Job.
I hope you ratchet ones listening, especially you sisters. If you don't like it, please leave. Leave. Come on.
Job 10, verse 22. A land of darkness.
This is America. A land of darkness, especially in the black and Latino communities. Go ahead.
As darkness itself, and of the shadow of death, without any order.
Without any order. This is black and Latino communities are the shadow of death without any order. This way, as soon as the white man comes, we mad. He's about to instill order on us. That's right. We don't like that thing. I want to do whatever the hell I want. Don't tell me what to do. That's us. That's our people. Okay? Because you have brothers and or sisters who say, I'm still in the truth. I don't like order, and don't tell me what to do. But I am still in the truth. Read that.
Acts chapter 20, verse 30. Also of your own selves shall men arise, speaking perverse things to draw away disciples after them.
So Paul is warning us. He was saying, even amongst the leadership. Read the verse above it and read that.
Yes, sir. Verse 29. For I know this, that after my departing shall grievous wolves enter in among you, not sparing the flock. Also of your own selves.
The leadership.
Shall
that's officers, captains. Go ahead.
Shall men
Deacons,
arise.
bishops. Go ahead.
Also,
shall men arise.
Speaking perverse things to draw away disciples after them.
Their purpose will be to draw away disciples after themselves. They've done no work in this truth. They'll sit amongst us and wait, and then seek for an opportunity to draw away the ratchetness. I hope the ratchetness goes. Just go.
Take them with you.
Take them with you. Take all the ratchetness with you.
Okay, get a bag for it. Pack it up.
Now they will see the true men of God. We are not black men, we are the Israelites. That's right. Take care of us. Take care of us. And our children too. And our children too. We have abandoned. We have abandoned. How are you? How are you? People want to know who's the king.
O nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father. O nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father.
Now why they trying to make it so hard to serve God? And why when I say that I'm a Jew, it sound odd? For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sound wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.